What's going on with this next wintry blast. You know, we are watching for the winter weather advisories already posted. That's Saranac Lake and Watertown. And then we've got the winter storm warnings. That's the darker blue. And that's where we're going to see the biggest of snowfall and also where we will have the coldest air. You know, I think the key with any of you who have the winter weather advisories is that the temperatures are going to be, you know, a bit marginal. We'll have temperatures down into the low 30s, cold enough to get some snow, but we are going to be even colder and we're going to have more forcing from the low pressure into Maine. All right, so high probability that we get a foot of snow or more across central and northern Maine. And you can see all the way down, you know, not too far from Portland. Look at Augusta. You are in at least a chance of getting a foot of snowfall. And it's going to be that heavy, wet snow, the heart attack snow, as we call it, really tough to shovel. Heavy snow that could take down power lines and trees. Power outages are possible. We see this low really ramp up through the day today. Strong low pressure right there. You can see it just off the coast of Maine on Friday. A lot of wind with it. Low pressure may be setting some pressure records for the month of April here in Maine. The records all are down into the low 970s, and this pressure could drop to about 970, so it's coming close, and that's just another factor. The fact that we have this strong low pressure and we're going to get those banding features on that northwest side of the low means that there's going to be, I think, quite a gradient as to who gets the big snow, 12, 18 inches, maybe even 24 inches, and who really doesn't get much at all. So there's that portion of this forecast. And then I think we'll have to watch the rain-snow line. I mean, especially down through Portland, you know, to your north of town and to your west of town, watching that rain-snow line to see who gets into the banding and the heaviest of snowfall. The potential is there, though, to get more than a foot pretty widespread across central and northern Maine. Places like Syracuse and Burlington, we've got the chance for some snow, not as much, but definitely a blast, and temperatures dropping down to the low 30s before we get back up to the 40s. So this is the kind of snow, Jim, you just let it melt. You don't worry about shoveling.
Right? I mean, well, the system is not over, I should say. The system,
right, the system
is not through here. And look what it's done with the winds. Lots of winds with this, by the way. Indiana, Arkansas, this is where we had our 6 reported tornadoes. You see Indiana, Ohio leading the way here with our power outages. And here you go. So a lot of people are dealing with power outages, not only in the Midwest, but all the way down into the South. You can see some counties are dealing with those power outages. And there you go with your reports, all right? Lots of hail, lots of wind damage. And by the way, sometimes that wind damage can look like tornado damage. The National Weather Service has to go out and assess, was it a tornado? And if so, how strong? Or was it wind damage? Now, we have seen some Weather Service offices say they're not going out to assess the damage due to COVID. We have not yet heard from what they're going to do into Arkansas and Indiana, but there's the path. Was that one tornado? Was it one supercell that put down multiple tornadoes? They're going to have to go out and check out exactly what happened and then how strong it is, because that's what they do. They go look at the damage and then they can rate the tornado. They can't just rate it by looking at the radar or just looking at the damage, because what's going to happen is the tornado is going to strengthen and weaken along its path. They have to determine the path length. There was a funnel cloud and a tornado spotted here. So let's find out where we've had not only severe weather in the form of tornadoes, but hail. A 4-inch size hail, that's softball size hail. That's going to do significant damage to a house, a car, a person if you're outside, and that is big. You don't see 4-inch hail reported every day. Now, this is not going to be as severe as it's coming through the south here. We do have some showers this morning, some lightning, some thunderstorms. Perhaps you're up early because the lightning woke you up. Everyone's sleep schedules are real shifted. Everyone's sleeping a lot later due to the situation that we're all living through right now. Kinston, these storms are about to get through you. All right, Jim, let's go a little bit farther.